So on the Danshiki, we've been needing this measurement for the Danshiki. For our Danshiki. So the Danshiki length will be 36 and a half. 36 and a half. Are you seeing that? Do you see? Can you all see the half there? Plus the 2 inches for the M allowance. That will be used to, the 2 inches will be meant to fold it down. That's the M allowance. That's why it's called M allowance, which will be 38 and a half altogether. That's 36 and a half plus 2, 38 and a half. And the waist length will be 16. And the shoulder, you can call it shoulder, you can call it back. The shoulder measurement will be 16. Divided by 2 will be 8. Then plus seam allowance, which is 0.5 half inch. So everything will be, together it will be 8.5. And the armhole depth, the length of the armhole will be 9.5 plus 2 inches, which will be, altogether will be 11.5. That means the armhole depth will be 11.5. So the sleeve length is 20. That's the sleeve, the 20 here for the sleeve length of this measurement is together with the sleeve. I'll be showing you on my next video how to take this measurement and how you'll be getting your full sleeve measurement here. That is with the back. You'll be taking it together with the back will be 20. That is, this 20 is, all this measurement here is meant for my clients, not for everyone, mind you. You take your measurement and you follow the procedure and the formula, then you get your own accurate answer. But for these clients, I'll be using 20, which is the person's measurement. That is the back and the shoulder measurement altogether is 20. So minus here at the sleeve, I will have to minus the 8.5, which is for only the shoulder. Are you getting me? The 8.5 is only for the back, or the, you can call it back or shoulder, as I said. So the 8.5, I'll be deducting it from this 20. The 20 is with the back and the sleeve. So I'll be deducting the 8.5 for the sleeve, for the, the 8.5, which is for the shoulder. I'll be deducting it from this 20, and it gives me 11.5. It's different from the armhole depth. Like I said on my video, you'll be seeing how I'll be taking the accurate measurement of a Danshiki, of any Danshiki, so you get to know my explanation here. You know this 11.5 for the armhole depth is quite different from the sleeve here. So another measurement we'll be needing for this Danshiki is the goal length. The goal length formula is this. To get the goal length formula, to get the goal length measurement, this is the formula here. The formula is Danshiki length minus waist length. And remember we said the Danshiki length is 38 and a half and the waist length is 16. So 38 and a half minus 16, which is the formula here. 38 minus 16. Are you getting it? On this, my measurement is 38 minus 16, which will give me 25.5. That is 25 and a half. And the goal width will be 2 inches. You understand? It will be 2 inches plus 1 for the seam allowance, which will be 3. And another measurement again we'll be needing is the extension length, extension measurement. But first we'll be taking the extension length, and the formula also is the Danshiki length minus the armhole depth. The Danshiki length is 38 and a half, and the armhole depth is 11.5, which is 11 and a half. So the Danshiki length 38 and a half minus 11 and a half, which is 11.5. That's what you're seeing here. 38 and a half minus 11.5. It gives me 27 inches. The 38 and a half here is also 38.5. you can address it, or you can say it, you can just call it 38.5 minus 11.5. It gives me 27 inches there. Sorry that I have to wrong some numbers there. There was I was to use another measurement before, so I changed my mind to use all these measurements, but it's accurate measurement anyway. So the extension width is 2 inches plus 1, which is the sewing allowance. It will be 3, and the extension width, it's quite different from the goal width, which is 3 here. But I decided to make the extension width 3 inches. I decided to make it 2 inches plus the 1 inch for the sewing allowance. That gives me 3 inches. So now let's get into the cutting method, the cutting procedure. So to fold your fabric, this is the upside. Where is it? Okay, the upside of my fabric. You know, in every fabric you have the upside and the downside, and you have the upside and the downside, and this is the part where you take where you take the measurement of. This is the part where you take the measurement of. If you go to the if you're in the market or where you purchase your fabric, there's a place where they will take the measurement of the yard, or the length of the, or the length, is it the length some people call it, or the trouser, they call it trouser, of how many. Some people will ask you, how many trouser do you want to purchase, or how many yard. This is that part that they will cut for you as the yard. But because I've cut this, am I communicating? That is why it looks very little. And this side is the how long the fabric comes. The fabric comes this way. This is the length of how long the fabric is. I mean, you take your fabric, then this is in Yoruba we call it etiaje, like the lace too, especially the lace, we call it etiaje, but I've cut this part. That is why it's looking this way. Let me show you from other fabric that I have. Let me show you. You understand what I'm saying? This part of your fabric, this part, you know, this is the part they will measure for you, for your yards. That etiaje part that they will measure for you. How many yards do you want? You can see I think I have a lot of it here, a lot of fabric of this particular fabric. So the etiaje here, and this part is where they will not be able to measure for you. That will be the length of your fabric, this part. So this side, that side that has the so-called etiaje, or I don't know what you call it in your own language, that has this place that you can take as long as many yard as you want for your fabric. That is where you take your measurement. And here, for my own clients, I'll be using, like, if you are buying by length, you can use two lengths. Two lengths of or two trouser. They call it trouser. You can buy 2 trouser for this Danshiki without the trouser, without the Danshiki trouser. That is the trouser, the pants you'll be making for the Danshiki without it. Just the Danshiki alone, you can just buy 2. Let me use trouser, 2 trouser, 2, but if it, you know, per yard it's always 36, I think. But if you are to buy for the Dashiki alone, if you are to buy per yard, you will need like 2.5. And this all this depends on how big or how thin or how small, how tall your client is. But for me, anyways, I'm using like 2. Let's say two lengths of it. The length doesn't mean the length I'm using, doesn't mean my client's length, but I'm using 2 lengths anyways. You should understand that. So right now, for this tutorial, the length of my client Dashiki is 38.5. So right here, I'll be taking measurement of the 38.5. Look at me. I'm taking 38.5. Then I'll double it. That is, I'll fold it into 2. From there, I'll fold it this way. I'll fold it this way into 2. I'll fold it into 2. Sorry. I'll fold it into 2. Then, sorry, wait. I'll fold it into 2 this way. Then, I'll place it this way into 2 again. After folding it into 2, do you understand that? After folding it into 2, then you make it this way. So the opening part will be into 4. Everything, in fact, the fabric will be into 4. So this is the opening part and this is the closed area. Do you understand that? So after that, you take the full measurement of the Danshiki length, which is 38.5 for my clients. You mark it, you take it all from up to down, from up to down. Then you come to this side. You take the measurement of your sleeve, which is 20. You remember I said the sleeve here 20 is together with the shoulder. When taking the measurement together with the shoulder is 20. So you check here if it's up to 20. Mine is up to 20, as you can see. And also here, mine is up to 20. Also here. Then you check up here too if it's up to 20. You take 20 for here. So taking it like this is 20. This, everything is 20 after folding. Do you understand? So you flip. Now I'll be flipping this opening side to face me. Why? Because we'll be taking the measurement of the sleeve, which is going to be from here. The sleeve will be from the opening side. I'll be taking it this way. Do you understand? I'll be taking it this way. From here, I'll be taking, don't take the sleeve measurement from the closed side to the open side. No. You flip it, not to get you confused, you flip it, you let the opening side face you to be at your side here. Then you take your sleeve measurements. That is the second. You remember you check your measurement of the sleeve, which mine is 20. You remember the shoulder and the sleeve all together was 20 for mine. So I took the measurement here to cut this out. Do you understand? All this, the horizontal, the vertical, see, it's this way. From up to down is the length measurement. Why this way is 20, is my 20, after folding into 4. So when I flip it, I'll come to this normal sleeve. I'll come to this normal sleeve, which is after the division of the back, 8.5. You know, after the 8.5, I minus, sorry, I said I minus from the 20. The 11.5 here is what I'll be taking from this open side after flipping it to my side. From this side, from this open area, open side, I'll be taking in this way. I'll be taking 11.5 this way. Then I'll mark it. I'll take it all through. 11.5. Then I'll mark 11.5. I'll mark 11.5. I'll mark and I'll rule it. So let me do that and get. So can you now see? This is the 11 inches for the sleeve that I showed you. So look at it, 11 inches. 11 inches all through, and I'll mark it. Then I'll cut it out. So this part from here to here will be our sleeve. So let's cut it out. So the side here, the further side here to this place, to this line where I chopped, will be the body. So the middle I said the body, yeah, is the body, but the middle side of it, and this will be the sleeve. This is the length of the sleeve, and here, never mind that. When you shock this part, when you shock it, you will see that this further side to this shocked part or area will be very small. Never mind. By the time you join this sleeve, this 11.5 or any inches yours is, by the time you join it to the body, it will be big. And by the time you join the go to it, I said go to it, other, and the extension, it will be, you will get your good dashiki, your well sewed dashiki. But on another video I'll be showing you how to sew it, but this will be the tutorial. This is the tutorial for the cutting tutorial. This is it. I can't join the cutting and the sewing together. It will be a long video, which I don't want. So you cut it straight all through. So let me notch this part of it. So this will be the body. Never mind, as tiny as it is, it will be the middle part, rather the middle. While this, let me notch this sleeve too. Side of the sleeve. So this will be the sleeve, and as you can see, the sleeve is into two, but joined together, not open. Shouldn't be opened. Shouldn't be opened. It shouldn't be opened. So on the sewing part, I'll be showing you how to sew this. So let's quickly cut the gauze. Is it called gauze or what? The gauze and the extension. Let's quickly cut it. So let's cut the gauze. So we'll be cutting the gauze. Is it go or go or go? Go. Is it go? But anyway, this is what I mean, and the pronunciation is left for you and I. Anyhow you know how to pronounce it, just pronounce it. But the length of it, the goal will be 22.5, which I've marked my starting point here, because this downside of this small fabric is not equal. That is why I mark it straight this way. Then from there, I'll be taking the measurement of that goal measurement, which is 22.5, which I marked already here. So at the this side will be the upper side of the goal, and the goal will be, the upper side of it will be 1/2 inch, because we are just to use that side to attach it to to attach to whatever we want to attach it to while sewing. So you see it when you see it on the next video on how to sew this Danshiki. And mind you, Danshiki are in different type, different kind. But on this particular Danshiki, it's a pieces Danshiki, like I said earlier. And this girl will be using 0.5, which is 1/2 inch at the up side here, at the upper part of it here. So by the time we open it, we finish cutting it and open it, it will be like 1 inch, right? This is 0.5, that is 1/2 inch. Look at my tape rule, it is 0.5, 1/2 inch. So this is the 1/2 inch, and the down part of it will be 1.5. Remember, the length is 22.5, which we not 22.5 for the measurements. We measure it already, and the goal width is 3 inches. So you'll be taking 1.5 here. At the part here, 1.5, Then you take your ruler, your straight ruler, and just connect this 0.5 to this 1.5. Of course, yeah, it will not be in straight, because the down part is 1.5 and the upper part is just 1/2 inch. So you'll be connecting both. Please, you need to roll it very well. You connect both this way. Connect it this way. You connect them this way. Can you see that? You connect the, I'm trying to make it, so you connect it that way. So let me retake the measurement again. 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here, and 1.5 inch here. So let me take my pin and fold it. 1.5 inch. Yeah, and the 1/2 inch here. Then I'll be cutting it out. I don't want you to get confused. Let me cut it out this way. And mind you, after cutting this, so you remember, so after cutting the first piece of the gauze, then you know it was folded into two like this when I took the measurements. So I took measurement of 1/2 inch here, then 1.5 here, then I connected the lines together and cut it out. So you have to use that first piece to cut 4 pieces of it. 4 pieces of that gauze. 4 pieces. You have to cut 4 of it. 4 of that pieces. Use the first one to cut. This was the first one. To cut the second one. To cut the third one. And the fourth one. Do you see that? So this is for the gauze. Now for the what is it called? For the extension. Now we are cutting the extension. For the extension length is 27, as you can see on mine, and the width is 3 inches. So right here, you fold your fabric, your little fabric, just fold your fabric into 2 anyways. Then you take measurement of 3 here. You take measurement of 3 for the width and 3 for the width. Just make sure your measurement is 3 up and 3 down. Then you take the measurement of the length, which is 27. So you fold your fabric. Trying to fold my fabric. Maybe I'll do that off camera. Off the camera. Just take your measurements. Trying to fold the fabric. Take the measurement of the length of your extension, which is 27. You mark it here. 27. 27 here. Don't mind the fabric. I think I'll do this off camera and show you guys. Just take the measurement of your fabric, 27, right? Yeah. You take 27 for the length. Yeah. When you take 27 for the length, then you take the width. How wide you want it, how wide the extension will be 3. The wideness of the extension is 3. So you just take 3 inches all around, then you cut it out. Let me do that off camera. So right now I'll be taking the measurement of the extension. I'll be cutting out the extension, which the length of the extension is 27 and the width is 3 inches. It's 2 inches but plus 1 inch sewing allowance, that makes it 3 inches. So let's cut the extension together. Oof. So the length is 27, right? Yeah, 27. Yeah. So you take the length of the extension first. From there, you take your 27 as your measurement. You mark it. Where's my check? You mark it. Then you take the width this way. You take 1.5 for the width. By the time you open it, it will be 3 inches. But for now, since your fabric is on fold, it's fold into 2. So you have to take 1.5 inch, 1.5 this way, 1.5 inch. But this time, you remember at the gore, when we're cutting the gore, we took measurement of 1.5 down, and at the upside we took 0.5, which is half inch. But for the extension, we have to take 1.5 inch, 1.5, all through. This fabric is not leaning. You take 1.5 for the width. The width will be the same, unlike the gore width. The gore width, you remember, we just took at the upside. At this upper side, we took 0.5, which is half inch, like I said. And at the down part, we took 1.5 inch. Then we connected it together in a slant way, and we did what? We cut it out. But on this extension part, you have to cut 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and that's it. You cut 1.5. Let me cut it off camera and show you guys. So these are the pieces for the extension. You will have to cut 2. This was what I was showing you all. Are you seeing that? This was it that I was showing you. That I said in fold, you will take measurement of 1.5 inch all through. 1.5 inch for the width of the extension, and the length will be 27.5. The length. Remember that I said this is the extension. And remember I said for the extension we will need 27 for the length, and the width will be 3 inches. So this is 27 for the length of the extension. This is 27, as you can see, and the width here is 1.5. The width for the width here is 1.5. See, the width here is 1.5 all through. Unlike the gore that we took measurement of half inch on fold, and at the downside we took 1.5 inches. But here all through it will be 1.5 inches. Then on fold. So by the time we open it, it will be 3 inches all through for the width, while the length will be 27 inch, and that's all for the cutting of the Danshiki. So this is the extension and this is the gore, and the extension will be in two. Sorry, when you cut the first one, you use it to cut the second one too, so it will be in two pieces, one for your right, one for your left. And this is for the gore, which is into 4 pieces. And this is for the sleeve. This is the sleeve, 2 pieces of the sleeve. You remember how I said we cut the sleeve? This is the 2 pieces for the sleeve, and this is the front side of the middle part of your dashiki. And mind you, in this dashiki, if you are to add embroidery, to add design embroidery on it, you don't need to cut the neck. It is when you go to those people that embroider, or your stylist, or you yourself, you want to embroider it. If you have the embroidery machine, that is when you take the measurements of the neck. They know how to do this. So you don't really need to take the measurement of the neck, either the width of the neck, the length of the neck. You don't need that, because you'll be adding embroidery to it. But if you are not to add embroidery to it, just let it be unfold equally. Unfold, I mean the middle side of it, and the folded side, just take the width of your neck, the way you take the senator outfit, the senator wears the outfit, the way we usually take the neck. So you just, or the way you want the neck to be, just take the width of the neck and the length of the neck. Of course, you know the width has to be divided into, you know, it just go to, for that tutorial, you'll be seeing that tutorial on my next video on how to cut the senator wear, and how to cut the neck and all of that. So you take the width of the neck, which is divided into 2, right? Then you take the length, then you cut. And remember, the neck shouldn't be too wide. It shouldn't be too wide, and it depends on how low you want it and the design. Excuse me. So you take it, and mind you, when you are cutting it, you have to do what? To cut this way. So you just cut the neck anyway. But for this dashiki, I'm still thinking if I'll add embroidering or not. If I'm not going to add embroidering, so if I'm not going to add any embroidery, so I will have to come back to my table to cut the neck, which I'll do off camera. But if I will be adding embroidery to this, I don't know yet what my clients really want. If I'm to add it, I don't need to do that. The embroidery man or whoever wants to add the design, we add that, then I'll do the finishing. So my next video will be on how to couple it together, how to sew them together. But then, watch out and see more video from me. And to my old subscriber, thank you so much. Thanks for loving me. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, to my YouTube channel. And to my to my new subscriber, or those of you that haven't subscribed to my channel, please go there to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please always follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on X app, even on TikTok. And I'm also available on Telegram and on our WhatsApp group too. Thank you so much for always watching my videos, for using your data, your internet, your Wi-Fi to always watch my video. And please don't forget to subscribe, especially to my YouTube channel. You see a button that looks like a bell on the YouTube on my channel. Just click on it. This will always notify you whenever I drop any new video. Thank you so much, and see you on my next video. Love you all.